Hey my lovelies, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing something completely different again. I say too much time on my hands. I saw this on TikTok and I thought friggin' genius. Absolutely blew my mind. So simple, and I'll tell you, I've been doing it every single day. But to rewind a bit, we're going to go in with a sunscreen because it's all about sunscreen. This is the Simple Triple Protect Moisturiser SPF 30. So this is the one I've got here. I picked this one up because I couldn't get hold of the e.l.f. Wow Glow one, and it's like, well, I need something. So I thought I'd give this a try. It was £4 on Amazon. Let's just give you a close-up so you can see which one it is. It's supposed to be glowy. It said it was glowy. Now it's a little bit glowy, but what we're going to do to demonstrate, we're just going to put this on my face. So nothing exciting going on here, but this is where the magic will be afterwards. So I'm going to take a generous amount because we use sunscreen. Obviously, you need a generous amount. So I want to show you what this looks like on its own. So we're just going to slather that on and rub it in really, really well. I say, bear with me. It'll all become clear, but genius, absolutely genius. And as you can see, it does take a while to work in, but all SPFs do. Like I say, I always take it under my eyes, even though I've always got sunglasses on. So we're not going to take it down the neck today because I'm not actually going anywhere. So I just want to show you. Just want to show you. So let's see how well that's rubbed in. Let's just grab my mirror because I forgot, which I'm very good at that anyway. So yeah, still missed a few bits. So just keep rubbing up into the hairline because obviously, you know, you'll get burnt there. Just make sure it's completely rubbed in. Okay, and as you can see, that is completely rubbed in. Now I look about 3 shades paler than I did before I started. Now that is the problem with sunscreens. It leaves this awful white cast, absolutely awful. And again, that's why I like the e.l.f. Wow Glow for no makeup days. So what we're going to do now is take this off and I will show you this friggin' genius hack. So here's where the hack comes in. Now I saw this on TikTok, earlier in the week it was, and it's by a guy called Spencer. So I don't know whether you've come across him. So you can just find him, like I say, on TikTok, type in Spencer and he should come up. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh, I've got to give this a try. And I'll tell you, I've been doing it every single day, every day. Whether I've been going out or not, I've been doing it every day. So going back in with our SPF. So nothing's, as you can see, my face is back to its normal colour. Hasn't got that icky white cast. So what he did, which genius, is he literally got his SPF, and I will show you properly in a minute, and he ran it down 2 of his fingers. Okay, then this is where the hack comes in. I have pimped up my own version. He gets a liquid bronzer. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow in light medium, and in the middle, on the middle finger, he puts a few dots of the bronzer. So the other day I did too much, so I'm just going to be a bit more careful today. So you've got your bronzer there, your SPF there. Now I've pimped it up, and I take, because I like a bit of glow, I took my e.l.f. Halo Glow, and next to where I've put that bronzer, I just put a bit of that in the middle as well, just to pimp up the glowness. And then what he does, smushes it all together. So we're just gonna literally rub that all together, make sure I've got it all, because obviously you need a lot of SPF for it to actually do anything. So, and what you're left with is like this muddy mess. Trust the process. Honestly, this friggin' works. Like I say, you don't have to add the glow. That's just my spin on it because I like a little bit more glowy. So that's rubbed in better. And then you just go in like you would, like we did last time, and smoosh it all over your face. And like I say, you can add a bit more. It's like, I'm quite tanned at the moment, so my face is a lot paler than my body. Like I said, I did go a bit overboard yesterday and I had to go to the opticians. So it was like, oh well. So You can probably already see the difference. But look at that. Look at that. I say, make sure I get under my eyes and around my nose. Look at the difference with that. Look at that. I will just drag the excess off my hands down my neck. Look at that. Like I say, I probably would have normally put a little bit more in. Okay, it's finding that right balance. But that, so much better. I don't look like that pale, ghostly, awful sort of white cast or anything like that. I just look, it's like my daughter saw me the other day and she said, oh, she said, Mum, you're looking better. And I said, well, I'm still quite sort of pale and in a lot of pain. Then I told her, you know, that I'd put this on my skin. I said, it just gives a little bit of colour, but look at that. Genius, genius. Why hasn't anybody thought of this before? It's like, why? Now I wanted to try it out with a few more things. So we're going to go, take this off again. I feel sorry for my poor face today. I want to try a couple of different ways of doing it. So bear with me. I'll be right back. I'm just going to clean all this off my face again. Okay, so as you can see, I've wiped all that off. I just wanted to test a few different versions of this. And while I can't do a lot of anything else, I thought, why not? What I wanted to try it with was just a normal bronzer. Just normal cream bronzer. This one's from Saie, and this is in Sun Melt Medium Bronze, which is this one here. So I'm not a big fan of this. I think it's the colour, but like I said, it's a nice bronzy colour anyway. So I thought, you know what, we're going to try this. So I think it might be easier. I've got a little one of those like makeup spatula things. So I'm going to literally scrape a bit off the top, hopefully not too much. So I'm literally, like I said, this is trial and error. I've not done this, so it's a case of cat hair. How did it get in my bronzer? So we're going to put that on the middle finger. Just hope that's not too much. Could be. I'm not going to scrape all of it off because I think that's probably too much. We're going to do it anyway. So then I'm going to go in with my trusty e.l.f. You can probably go in with anything. You know, I've got a glowy primer in there. I've got the collection one in there, you know. So, but I do favour this one. So I'm going to chuck a bit more of that on that middle finger. So that's what we got going on so far. I still think that bronzer's too much. Back in with the SPF. Just run that down both fingers. So we're back to this. And we're back to the smooshing. It's quite satisfying actually. Not gonna lie. So hopefully I've done enough bronzer. But that works. So if you haven't got liquid bronzer, this is going to work with just a cream bronzer. Thought it probably would, but I thought, well, since we're doing it, we might as well go for it. I could probably do a little bit more bronzer on that actually, but I've got no way of getting it out. I'm going to say I'm covered. So we're just going to go back in again. My poor face today. I have been in between when I've been taking it off, just put in a vitamin C spray, and I haven't been going in with my complete skincare routine, otherwise I'll be here all day. So I've just been rehydrating the skin with vitamin E spray, just a hydrating spray. So I'm just going to rub all that in, but I think I could do a touch more bronzer. Now I wonder if I clean that off, bear with me. Bear with me. So if I add a little bit more in, I can't see why not. But that's the point of sort of some of these videos. It's a case of just play. So I'm literally going to take the tiniest of bits, going to smush that so that it's like this, and then I'm going to just run it around. Oh, that looks better. Okay. That's the fun sometimes, of just trying out. Let's say, but I thought this was genius, and like I said, I've been doing it literally every day just to give my skin some colour, just to match my body just a little bit. I'll say just keep rubbing. Like I say, there's no point putting a tiny bit of SPF on because it won't do anything, so you need to do a decent amount. I think I heard somewhere that you're supposed to do something like 1/4 teaspoon of SPF for it to actually be effective. Right, let's just see if I've missed any bits. I probably have. Yeah, see? even that works. Yeah, so if you haven't got liquid bronzer, don't bother going out and buying one to try this. Just use your solid bronzer that you've got. You know, you don't even need a spatula. You can just dig it out with your nail or something, you know, but see, it just gives that nice glow. You know, my skin's pretty decent at the moment. I reckon I could do all my makeup, not bother with foundation or anything, and just use this as my base and then just set it. So it is genius, you know. So thank you, Spencer. I know you're not watching. But this is absolutely genius. Now I reckon if you've got a dark foundation that's too dark for you, again, it would work with that. If it works with a solid cream bronzer, it's going to work with that, you know. So you get your SPF coverage on a no makeup day, you get all your protection, and you get a little bronzing just to kind of blend your body through. And oh, I tell you, genius. I can't stop saying that word, I know, but I am just so excited about it. And it's like, I had to share it because it is that good of a hack that I've never seen anybody ever do before. And like I said, it's now a daily staple, and I only saw it, was it about Monday? And it's now Saturday. Genius, absolutely genius. You've got to try this, you really have, especially if you're not a makeup wearer, you know. So but obviously with the sunshine as well, you just want to match your sort of body in a bit more with your face, or your face to your body even. This is perfect. Like I say, my skin looks lovely, absolutely lovely. Doesn't look out of context now with my body, because like I say, I haven't been in the sun a lot since I've been off work. I've only been out in the sun, what, a couple of days, and I just find it's too much on my back, so I haven't even really been in the sun. You know, I gave it a go, you know, and it just didn't work well for me. So this is kind of what I've got sort of prior. You know, I always use an SPF, so don't think that I've been out like a naughty girl and not used my SPF, because I drown myself in SPF, especially my face. So I'll do this now, and then before I go outside, I've got a can of SPF. I'll show you. I've got this one here that goes on over makeup. So once I've sort of put this on, get to where I'm going, if I'm going down the beach or even out in the garden, I will just then douse this one on, then douse the rest of my body in an SPF. So very, very important to use your SPF, guys. So something completely different for me today, but I had to share it. I was so excited and so like, oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. So I thought I would share it with you, you know, so sharing is caring and all that. So hopefully you enjoyed this kind of video, and hopefully I will see you all on the next one.